Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, the launch of the candidate for Nevis 1 St. Paul's, Miss Jaedee Caines. I ask those persons who are to the back to come a bit closer, grab a seat, and the vehicles that are on this side to come in front. We are going to begin. Let us stand for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity that you have presented us with so that we can come here, O God, to have this launch. We thank you for your love, your mercy, and your understanding, and we trust that this evening's proceedings will go as planned. We thank you for the good weather, and we thank you most importantly, O God, for life. As we go throughout this evening, let us to remember that we are here as your servants, and we're here to accomplish one goal. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Good evening again, and welcome to this, the launch for the candidate of the Nevis Reformation Party. The NRP is here with the St. Paul's constituency group to present to you its new candidate for Nevis 1 St. Paul's. The NRP stands committed and ready to work for the people of Nevis. And so over the past few months, we have been working tirelessly to regroup and rebrand. And we are presenting to you this evening one of our 5 candidates for the upcoming local elections. I will bring to you the chairman of the Nevis Reformation Party, Mr. Henry Daniel, to bring greetings on behalf of the party. Mr. Daniel.
Thank you very much, Devon. The people in the audience, are you ready for Jaedee? You can honk your horns, you can lift your voices as loud as you can, because this evening the members of the Nevis Reformation Party are bringing to you our candidate for St. Paul's. And so there is a question for St. Paul's. St. Paul's, are you ready for Jaedee? St. Paul's, are you ready for Jaedee? I can't hear you. So before I go any further, let me just say how much it is a good thing for us to have with us the leader, the political leader of the Nevis Reformation Party, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. She is seated with us on the front. We have with us Dr. Kelvin Daly, the chairman of the St. Paul's group. And of course, we have the candidate. And so I want for you, brothers and sisters, as we move through the process, because we are saying to you, the Nevis Reformation Party, we smell the victory and we are coming for it. Are you smelling it with me? If you smell the victory, we are coming for it. And so, brothers and sisters, we have brought you a candidate who has the interest, a candidate who has the ability, a candidate who has the commitment to represent the people of Charlestown. Do you agree with me that she has the ability, the interest, and the commitment? Well, we in the executive of the NRP, we know that. So we bring her to you tonight. And we say to you, Charlestown, your mantra for Jaedee must be, Jaedee, we ready. Charlestown, we ready for Jaedee. Brothers and sisters, we treat the people of Nevis, we in the Nevis Reformation Party, treat the people of Nevis with a great deal of respect, and we have the utmost regard for them. That is why, in the context of our candidates, since 1983 at independence, we brought you Ivor Stevens. And then after Ivor Stevens, we brought you Victor J. Martin. And after Victor J. Martin, we brought you E. Roberto Hector. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we decide we will bring you, Charlestown, the first woman to represent the NRP in Charlestown. Are you ready for the woman? Let me hear you. Are you ready for the woman? Yes. So in the context of how we treat the people, as I said before, we bring somebody with the interest, the ability, and the commitment. And that could be seen with all the candidates before. And so when we come to you, Charlestown, we bring you Jaedee, because you see, brothers and sisters, in the tradition of the Nevis Reformation Party, we are about sacrifice. And we are prepared to roll up our sleeves and go to bat for the people of Nevis, go to work for the people of Nevis. So we say to you, this is a great opportunity to work with someone who has the commitment, the interest, and the ability. And we say, brothers and sisters, this business of politics and government is serious business. And do you believe me that Jaedee is in serious business? Do you believe me when I say to you, Jaedee is for serious business? Let me hear you. Jaedee is for serious business. The Nevis Reformation Party is for serious business. We are prepared, ladies and gentlemen, given the state of the economy, given the state of our services, which require a new kind of mind in a new and better society. And the new kind of mind we bring to you is Jaedee Caines. Help me welcome her, brothers and sisters. Shout it from the mountaintop. Shout it from the mountaintop that we are ready for Jaedee. Shout it from the mountaintop that we are ready for Jaedee. Brothers and sisters, we say to you that you will find in Jaedee someone who has decided to give you a listening ear. You have in Jaedee someone who will take your issues and turn them into programs and policies to improve the welfare and well-being of the people in the country. You can't ask for better. She will take your ideas and, working with all of us, convert them to programs and policies to make a difference in the lives of the people of the country. I say to you, brothers and sisters, we in the Nevis Reformation Party understand sacrifice. And sacrifice we understand to mean that it costs us. It costs us time, energy, and effort. And Jaedee, at her age, is prepared to commit the energy, the time, and the effort to ensure that we lift more of our people out of the valley and put them on the mountaintop rejoicing. So if you want to go on the mountaintop rejoicing, what do? Vote Jaedee whenever the time comes. And I say to you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's very strange. Is NRP setting the date for the election, you know? Yeah, we setting the date for the election. Whenever we launch the candidates, you hear, we got to get working. So you're sitting down all the time and we hear we launch it, you got to get working. So we say to you, brothers and sisters, we are going to control the narrative going into these elections. But what we want you to do is to line up behind your candidate. Line up with Jaedee, because Charlestown is ready for Jaedee. Let me hear you. Charlestown, are you ready for Jaedee? Charlestown, we give you Jaedee, and we speak to sacrifice, because she could stay where she is. She could stay where she is working. I don't know if she make a lot of money, but I don't know. but whatever it is, she's working and she's comfortable. But look what we do. We say to her, come out of that and come in a this. Come out of that and come in a this. And she has come to the Nevis Reformation Party. And are you ready to rumble with JD? Are you ready to rumble with JD? Are you ready to rumble with JD? Yes, yes. When they ask me where JD go, I copy a phrase from JD. Straight to Parliament. Straight to Parliament, JD go. And so, she will get there when all of your brothers and sisters, all of your friends, all of your neighbors understand that there is a new movement in Charlestown. There is a new tempo in Charlestown. There is a new woman in Charlestown. There is a new woman in Charlestown. And of course, we are going to rumble with JD. So Charlestown, I say to you, the Nevis Reformation Party has always depended on you to bring home Charlestown. Are you going to bring home Charlestown? Are you going to bring home Charlestown? Bring home Charlestown, because you must be ready for JD. You must be ready for JD. And so, brothers and sisters, we bring her to you on the basis that she and you will work together. She and you will ensure that you develop programs and policies to improve the quality of life in Charlestown. Do you agree with me? And we believe, ladies and gentlemen, she is prepared to commit the time, the effort, and the energy. And so we bring her to you. I believe I don't smell the thing long time. I don't smell the tempo long time. So I am going to say finally that Charlestown is ready for JD. And I am also going to say that she has the full support of the executive members of the party. She has the full support of the constituency branch in Charlestown. And so, ladies and gentlemen, all we say to them, call the date, call it, let me send JD to the Parliament. Thank you very much, and I am going to be listening out to hear how you and your new candidate form the kind of partnership that is going to result in our victory. Are you saying like me that JD is going to win? Let me hear you. Are you saying that JD is going to win? Let me hear you. Can't hear you. That doesn't sound right. Are you saying that JD is going to win? Okay. On that score, the pleasure is mine as chairman of the party to present the candidate to you and to let her loose among you, and you take care of JD and she will take care of you. God bless you. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. And now, people of Nevis, I want to assure you that this is where the change begins. The change begins right here in St. Paul's. The change begins right here in Charlestown. And so that is why the Nevis Reformation Party is presenting to you a woman of caliber, an energetic woman, a woman that is committed, dedicated, and ready for the people of Charlestown. We are presenting to you Miss Jaedee Caines. I have to say it like that, Miss Jaedee Caines. And so we are here to tell you that the NRP is ready. The NRP is ready for this election, because I'm going to tell you it's going to be an election like no other here in this beautiful island. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to go out in your numbers and vote for Jaedee Caines of the Nevis Reformation Party. She has a lot to offer. She has a lot to bring to the table. She's someone who is always willing to work. and she doesn't take no for an answer. And let me tell you now, JD don't come last. JD don't come last. So people of Charlestown, we are presenting to you Miss Jaedee Caines. Open your arms and take her in. We will continue with some brief remarks by Dr. Kelvin Daly, the chairman of the St. Paul's Constituency Group. Come on, make some noise for Dr. Daly.
Oops. Papa, get that for me, no? Thank you. Members of the head table, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, our party leader, Henry Daniel, our party chairman, of course, Devon Cornelius, PRO St. Paul's, and everything St. Paul's, and of course, the lady of the evening, Madam Jaedee Caines. It will be remiss not to recognize in the audience her dear mother, a dear friend for a long time, sitting right there, Jean Caines. And her, of course, her lovely daughter is there with her. Ladies and gentlemen, history has shown that at times of crises, be it economic meltdowns, civil and social unrest, natural disasters, or battling the ravages of contagious diseases, such as what we are experiencing right now with COVID-19, the strength of any government is put to the test. The test is more than how and when we emerge from the crisis, but how well we were prepared to face the crisis in the first place. Each of us, on sober reflection and without prejudice, can only but conclude that this government has failed on both counts. We must all agree that these are not normal times. These are not normal times. And if you are one of the thousands who are suffering economic hardship, having lost your job, having lost the dignity of earning a paycheck, and to be able to provide for yourself and your family, please know that we, the men and women of the Nevis Reformation Party, stand with you and have you in our prayers. Please know also that we have in the past, and will continue into the future to put the best interests of all our people front and center in every policy, every plan, and every decision that we make. We are indeed a praying people, but praying for change is not enough. We are also a grumbling people, but grumbling in your homes and places of work will never be enough to secure that change we also desperately need. We need a change of government, a government with leadership that is guided by honesty and humility, knowledge, empathy, and grace. St. Paul's, Jaedee Caines has all of these leadership qualities and more. Electing Jaedee Caines as your next parliamentary representative is the best choice that you can make. I guarantee you that she will be there for every single day, for every single one of us, not just at election time. Ladies and gentlemen, what this pandemic has taught us is that we need each other. Neighbors, co-workers, families that have been divided by a malignancy of leadership. that has driven us further apart rather than healing us as a people. It is absolutely shocking how far and how fast we have fallen out of favor with each other, sanctioned and encouraged by the pettiness and bad mind of our present leaders. We need leadership that can deliver an inclusive and expanded development agenda for all Nevisians and residents, and not just for a privileged few. We need leadership that understands and accepts that diversity in all of its forms is strength, and that we can build on that strength not only to make us better stewards of our democracy, but to rekindle the spirit of looking out for each other. Ladies and gentlemen, what we do not need any more of is this ungodly obsession of trying to destroy all those with dissenting opinions. It must stop. And it must stop now. And the woman to do just that is Jaedee Caines. St. Paul's, as you get to know Jaedee, you will realize that Jaedee Caines, the single mother, Jaedee Caines, the volunteer of everything, Jaedee Caines, the educator, Jaedee Caines, the motivator, and now Jaedee Caines, the politician, is exactly the kind of person we have been looking for. I beseech you to elect Jaedee Caines so that we can begin the fight to bring real change, the fight to restore hope and to create the vision to deliver a broad-based development agenda for all of us to benefit from. Jaedee, my friend, may God continue to guide you. May God bless us all. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Dr. Daly, chairman of the St. Paul's Constituency Group. Now, you would know, if you know Jaedee, you would know that she's a very intelligent person. And whenever the campaign has started. The campaign has indeed started. But whenever we are ready to roll out our plans and our programs for the people of Nevis, you are going to see real change. You are going to see something that will move St. Paul's and Charlestown forward. You are going to see something that will move Nevis forward. People of Charlestown, open your arms and take her in. She will be representing you in the upcoming elections. We are now going to hear from Mr. Rick Grant from the USVI. So turn to the screen. All eyes should be on the screen. If you're in your vehicles, turn to the screen. We'll hear from Mr. Rick Grant from the USVI with a testimonial.
It is with tremendous enthusiasm that I wholeheartedly endorse Jaedee Caines to be the area representative for the constituency of Nevis 1, the constituency of St. Paul, in the Nevis Island Assembly. I'm Alex Randall. I was the chairman of the communication department at the University of the Virgin Islands during the years when Jaedee Caines was a student at UVI. She was there when we were creating the university's radio station, WUVI. She was instrumental in making that radio station happen. Jaedee Caines won awards in every area. At her graduation, she won the annual communication award, and she was also the commencement speaker. Everybody at the University of the Virgin Islands would say that Jaedee Caines was one of the best students to ever go through our university. In every area, Jaedee Caines was an exceptional and outstanding student. I have no doubt that the Nevis Island Assembly, that Jaedee Caines will deliver outstanding service to the people. She will listen to you, and she will act for the good of all. This is Alex Randall. Make some good news for yourself and vote for Jaedee Caines.
Correction, that was Dr. Alexander Randall from the USVI with his testimonial. We will now continue with some remarks by the political leader of this great party, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. Come on, make some noise for your leader, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge.
so humble. Never touch a lion. NRP, NRP, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm going to adopt from Mr. Daniel. Are we ready? I think we are ready. It gives me great pleasure this evening and much excitement to be here to speak and to give brief remarks on the launching of our candidate for St. Paul's constituency, Jaedee Caines. Jaedee Caines. I thought I knew Jaedee Caines. But what I would say is, when I really got to know Jaedee, I realized that Jaedee is someone who fights and who represents what she believes in. And the only thing that Jaedee represents and fights for, more than her community, more than her people, are the youths, and especially her precious star. I often ask her, when do you sleep? Where do you find the time? Because Jaedee is always on the go. Now, you would have gathered and know that Jaedee is very interested in education and training, community and social development, culture, equal opportunities, and gender balance. Being passionate is one thing. Many persons are passionate. But Ms. Caines is extraordinarily diligent, hardworking, like no one that I have seen before. Some call her a firecracker. They say, oh, I love that firecracker that NRP has. And I would say, I agree. Because when you need to get something done, or when Jaedee needs to get something done, there's no one who could light a fire like Jaedee can. Now, the fact that Ms. Caines is a candidate for the Nevis Reformation Party should not be a surprise. She is undaunted, very results-oriented, and has no time for nonsense. If you know Ms. Caines, she does not have time for nonsense. Similarly, the NRP is known for hard work and always puts youth, people, and communities at the center of its decision-making. NRP's hard work, the hard work of NRP, has provided Nevis with long-lasting results. And up to this day, it is the hard work of NRP that still provides the crutch for our government. To set Nevis back on a path of opportunities and prosperity after years of poor governance and poor representation requires hard work. Now imagine a hard-working NRP, rich with experience and know-how, coupled with a hard-working Jaedee Caines, full of creative ideas and brilliance. We can move mountains. We can move mountains and we can blaze new paths that have never been blazed before. The only viable political option for Ms. Caines, therefore, is to be the representative for the Nevis Reformation Party in the St. Paul's constituency, Nevis number 1. Now, NRP understands. We understand. We know that it's the responsibility of the government to provide employment. And to provide employment not just for a few people, but for all the people who call Queen City home. We know that under the NRP, investors came to Nevis, and we have seen the results. We know under different government, the investors came, but they never came to Nevis. They stayed ashore, and they're still offshore, still in the water. Under the NRP, businesses came to Nevis. Brownhill Communications, Four Seasons Bank of Nevis. I can call many more. Under a different government, businesses left Nevis. That is not the type of government that we want. NRP is still the only party that puts the interest of our people at front and center of our actions. NRP is still the only party that has and can deliver a brighter future for Nevis. NRP understands that it takes hard work, it takes performance in order to deliver on promises made. It takes performance to create jobs, it takes performance to build an economy. Of course performance matters. Performance matters, and we will say it again and again and again, performance matters. Performance matters. It is a lack of performance why our economy is in shambles right now. And so we will always say performance matters because NRP performs. When people say performance does not matter, it's because they cannot perform. And so let us keep saying performance matters. NRP is the party, always has and always will be, the party that gave Nevis and Nevisians 100% representation. And we will work with the federal government for the best interest of Nevis, not for the self-interest of a few politicians. We must put Nevis first. NRP has done it before, and we can do it again. We can do it again. And we must do it again. Must put Nevis first. Now, the principles upon which NRP was founded are alive and well in your new NRP today. With fairness and equality, integrity and inclusivity, innovation and independence, your newly transformed, rebranded, and re-energized NRP brings to you optimism, confidence, and hope. Yes. Hope! We must have hope for a brighter future, and that is what this NRP will bring to you. Now we know there are lots of whispers out there. There are whispers, and some persons are anxious about NRP. And NRP's courage to change the status quo and present a slate predominantly filled with women. Now, I can tell you, overwhelmingly, Nevisians here and abroad, our brothers and sisters across the entire Caribbean and even the world afar have reached out and have indicated that they are pregnant with excitement and they're looking forward to see the women that NRP has put forward chart a new course for Nevis in the next election. Now we can assure you that NRP is uniquely positioned to take advantage of the strength of women in politics today. Your NRP is uniquely positioned to address many of the challenges that are impacting our economic and social norms today. I dare say, when elected to government with new ideas, new perspectives, and good governance, we will put on our skirts, we will put on our mascara and our lipstick and use our intelligence to deliver more jobs, more inclusiveness, more equality, and more representation to help bring peace, progress, and prosperity back to Nevis. It's about time. It's about time that we expand our economic pillars. We have been riding on tourism and financial services for the last 50 years. The existing government have failed miserably to make any meaningful connection between the development of Nevis and the creation of employment opportunities. As we begin the journey of NRP's second 50 years in existence, with a renewed vision for sustainability, we are once again ready to transform Nevis's economy and improve the lives of all who call Nevis home. We did it in the first 50 years, and we are ready to do it for the second 50 years. Now, in tandem with progressive legislation, our green, blue, intellectual, and heritage economy frameworks will be exploited. And they must be exploited, because that is where you will find a wealth of opportunities for job creation, for renewable energy, food security, biodiversity conservation, and niche markets in agriculture and manufacturing. It will be our priority. It will be the priority of NRP to expand and create new job opportunities and education opportunities in Nevis. We used to travel to St. Kitts before. We need to bring job opportunities, educational opportunities back to Nevis. We know that Nevisians are resilient people. We can now restart the journey of rebuilding a better Nevis, where our people are uplifted. We must uplift our people, men and women equally. Our youth must have hope. We cannot emphasize hope enough. We must provide hope for a brighter future for our youth and the generations to come. There is a lot of stake. There is a lot at stake. And in fact, there is too much at stake right now for your well-being and for your children's future to take another chance with a failing government. You must imagine a better Nevis and know that NRP can make it happen again. Now, when we look at where we are, I have no doubt whatsoever that Ms. Jaedee Caines will fight for constituency number 1. I have no doubt. I've seen her, I have worked with her, and I know that she will fight. It was said before that she does not like to lose, and she's not going to lose in the next election. Not at all. I know that Jaedee will fight for St. Paul's, the other candidates, and all of NRP. We will fight for all of Nevis. And why are we going to fight? We must fight because we cannot continue the way that we are going now. And we must fight because if Nevis is to survive, change must come. Change must come to Nevis. NRP brought Nevis out of despair before. We can do it again. NRP is known to rise when our brothers and sisters are struggling. It is our soul energy. It's within us. We cannot sit back and see people struggle. NRP is a party full with people who are empathetic and who want to help. We want to help. That is the reason why I am here today. And that is the reason why Jaedee Caines is here today. And that is the reason why NRP is still alive today. And NRP is not going anywhere. We're going to come back stronger than we've been before. Now, the decision is yours to make. The decision is yours to make. The power is at your fingertips. The future is in your hands. All of St. Paul's constituency, I am asking you to vote for Ms. Jaedee Caines in the next local election. Vote for all of the NRP candidates because it's about time. It's about time that change comes to Nevis. Thank you, everyone.
He's so humble. Never touch a lion.
Come on, make some noise for our party leader, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. You know, it is very, very interesting, and I like the fact that she said performance matters. Performance still matters. And that is why the Nevis Reformation Party is bringing to you in Charlestown somebody who can perform. Somebody who is experienced, a community activist, a communication specialist, a media personality like me. We are bringing to you somebody who's ready for change. Somebody who's ready to work for and on behalf of the people of this great constituency. The Nevis Reformation Party is committed. We have always been committed. We have always been the party of choice for the people of Nevis. And that is why we are starting this journey right here in Charlestown. We're now going to have a video biography of our beloved candidate, Ms. Jaedee Caines. So turn your attention to the screen. If you're in your vehicles, look at the screen wherever you are and turn your attention to the screen over there. I want to recognize in our presence the father of the candidate, Delroy Russ Iroy Pinney. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jaedee Caines. Jaedee is a communications specialist, part-time educator, and community activist who continues to leave an indelible mark on the island of Nevis. She is a true Nevisian, having resided in many communities around the island. Much of her childhood was spent in the close-knit community of Bath Village and later Braziers Estate, which is located on the outskirts of the sports-rich villages of Government Road and Hamilton. She also spent many summer vacations in Newcastle and Morningstar, where several of her family members reside. Jaedee attended the Charlestown Primary School and the Charlestown Secondary School before pursuing tertiary level education in St. Kitts at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. As a student, Jaedee represented her schools in elocution contests and debates. She is a former youth parliamentarian and a Leeward Islands debater who has willingly offered assistance to other young people in those roles. Jaedee's love for service to the community started at a young age when she became a member of the first Nevis Rainbow, Brownie, Girl Guide and Ranger Unit. In 2007, she enrolled at the University of the Virgin Islands, the UVI, in St. Thomas, and was extremely active in her student life. She chaired several student committees and was elected president of the Student Government Association. In 2010, Jaedee graduated with degrees in criminal justice and communications from the University of the Virgin Islands and was that institution's class speaker. She has received numerous academic and leadership awards, including the Top Communication Student Award, the Outstanding Student Leader Award, and the UVI's Voice Award for exceptional work with the university's newspaper. Jaedee was inducted into the Golden Key International Honor Society and the Alpha Mu Gamma Foreign Language Society, both of which were for her high scholastic achievements. Additionally, Jaedee was awarded with a trip down under to Australia and New Zealand after she received the highest grade point average in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sororities International Region. Back at home, here on Nevis, Jaedee is popularly known for her involvement in Culturama, having served as chairperson of the Senior Pageants Committee, as a pageant consultant and coach, and the coordinator of the children's troupe Badaye. In 2005, she entered the Miss Culture Queen pageant and captured first runner-up. In 2006, she entered the Miss Hospitality pageant, where she was crowned the queen. She is also revered for her significant contributions to media, both in St. Kitts and on Nevis, as a journalist, editor, reporter, and host of the popular television program Candidacy. Jaedee's love for children, coupled with her love of language arts, recently led to her serving as a part-time language arts tutor for primary school-aged students. As an advocate for women empowerment and women in leadership, Jaedee has volunteered her time and services to the annual International Women's Day activities of the Ministry of Gender Affairs on Nevis. Jaedee is a devout Anglican who served on her church's vestry for 2 years. She was also a member of the Anglicans Young People's Association, AYPA, and later served as parish youth coordinator at the St. Paul's Anglican Church. Jaedee is a mother of one who has sat on the PTA executive for every school that her daughter has attended. Tonight, Jaedee is indeed humbled to be the Nevis Reformation Party's candidate for the St. Paul's constituency. She wants to address issues that affect the visions and those that call Nevis their home. It is her desire to raise the profile of politics on Nevis and fulfill a platform that encompasses youth, education and training, equal opportunities, gender balance, culture and community and social development. She is vibrant, creative and dedicated. She is Jaedee S.K. Caines.
Make some noise for your candidate. Make some noise for your candidate. Miss Jaedee Caines, I tell you, we're bringing to you a woman of caliber. We are bringing to you a woman who's dedicated and committed. This is who we are bringing to you, Jaedee Caines. So I want you to give her your support. Give her your support in the upcoming elections. Give her your support in the upcoming elections, because Jaedee has a lot to bring to the table. Look at what she has done, and she's not yet a parliamentarian. So imagine when she head straight to parliament. Imagine when she goes straight to parliament. She has a lot more that she will bring to the table. We're going to continue with a poem by the daughter of the candidate, Miss Jaedee Caines. Make some noise for Jaedee.
Good night, grown-ups and children too. I bet you must be wondering what I'm here to do. The lady of the night is someone very dear to me. You call her Jaedee or Miss Caines, and I call her Mommy. She's caring, hardworking, and also sweet. When we are walking down the road, she says hello to everyone she meets. She loves to have fun and give me piggyback rides. But when I don't listen, she says, "Child, don't get me on my wrong side." She's helpful. You can ask my teachers and friends. When it comes to schoolwork, on her many parents depend. She's passionate, supportive, and loving. She's just who you need for your representative. My mommy does well at home, and she'll do great in government. So St. Paul's, I'm asking you to send my mommy to Parliament. She takes care of you like she takes care of me. So she's the best choice for St. Paul's. My mommy, Jaedee.
Where would I be, Lord? Where would I be? Where would I be without my mama? Mommy, me love you, there's nothing I'd put above you.
Come on, make some noise for Jaedee, the daughter of the candidate. Man, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Make some noise for the daughter of the candidate, Miss Jaedee Caines. This line is becoming so popular. I remember when we were over there for the General Council, and We asked Jaedee, where you going? If they come to you and they ask you, where's Jaedee going? Just look them and tell them, straight to Parliament. Because that is where the people of Charlestown will send Jaedee. So when they come with the confusion, when they come with the nonsense, when they come with the little story, tell them Jaedee going straight to Parliament. Tell them Jaedee going straight to Parliament. Because the people of Charlestown has already made it clear that this time around, we ain't letting go. We ain't farming a fool. We're sending Jaedee straight to Parliament. Now I want you, if you're on the live stream, to hit the like button, hit the love button, and the care button. If you're here, make some noise in your vehicle as we welcome Mr. E. Roberto Hector to make that transition over to Miss Jaedee Caines. We welcome to the stage Mr. E. Roberto Hector as we see the transition, the handing over of the candidacy here in St. Paul's. It is going to be a very historic election, because we are presenting to you a slate of dedicated and hard-working people. And that is why we have started here in the great constituency of Charlestown. As the chairman alluded to, Mr. Daniel, we began with Ivor Stevens back in 1970. And then we gave you Victor J. Martin. And Victor J. Martin said, boy, let me step aside. And he gave it to E. Roberto Hector. And now Mr. Hector is giving it to Jaedee Caines. And so make some noise in your car, stand to your feet, and we welcome Mr. E. Roberto Hector to pass over to Jaedee, a new candidate for the Nevis Reformation Party. His next to share in Charlestown.
Are you kidding me? So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings that us for the plus. Yeah, gratitude is a must. Yeah, see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends that take out the below. One time did sit down in a class on my board, then for the second road and the one with the road. Third one, Mr. Mary tired.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And indeed, I am happy to be here. Charlestown, oh Charlestown, where are you? Let me, before I say anything, recognize those at the head table. Of course, our party leader, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, the chairman of the greatest party in the world, the Nevis Reformation Party, Mr. Hensley Daniel, chairman and someone who served with me during my time, chairman of the Charlestown, Dr. Kelvin Daly. And of course, the lady of the evening, I want to say to you, welcome. Charlestown, oh Charlestown, you have made the perfect choice. And I want to say to you, she comes to you tonight on the shoulders of her father, her mother, and don't forget her grandmother. Those of you, don't think that she's a stranger. When Jaedee was born, everybody in this country knew about her. And my little daughter, her granddaughter, Jean daughter, Delroy daughter, I am saying to you tonight, don't be a hypocrite. Give her your support. She would have done everything. Those of you who feel that the only place you can run now to get coverage for your loan is the credit union. I want you to remember her grandmother when she walked around with that bag. So Charlestown, oh my dear Charlestown, you have been good to me. You have been good to Victor J. Martin. You have been good to Ivor Stephen. I am asking you now to give your full support to Jaedee Caines. She has come at a time when it's difficult. She has come at a time when people are paying you to vote. She has come at a time when we are confused as to what is peace and what is prosperity in this country. Jaedee has come at a time when you realize we have lost the base of this society. She has come at a time, let me say to you, when we need people who are genuine, people who are true at heart, people who have done what is right, and are asking you. My request to the people from Low Street, Hamilton, as you always roll down, Craddock Road, Ramsbury, I am asking you to give your support to Jaedee Caines. She deserves it. Since December 19th of 2017, Charlestown has been looking for a breath of fresh air. You could imagine if you walk up Happy Alley, you may fall because of the state of the road. And since they say JD to be launched, they are busy now trying to fix the road by the boys' school. JD, you are causing change already. Charlestown, my dear Charlestown, please support Jaedee Caines. I am saying to you, we had a slide with Victor. And what happened to our country? We went in reverse. We had a slide in 2017. And guess what? Nobody seemed to understand what is happening in this country. The new brand they introduced to you cannot be found. And so I'm asking you tonight from my heart, as I endorse this young lady of energy, Jaedee, you book your ticket for Parliament. You are going. I am feeling that comfort. I am feeling that comfort of long ago. And I ask you, tonight, it is symbolic. As I pass the baton on to her, Jaedee, it is yours for the taking. You go forward. Charlestown, make her proud. Nevis, make her proud. Residents, love her, hold her. She needs you at this time. Jaedee, you have me, and you have all of those who've given their support to Roberto Hector. NRP people, serve her, peace, progress, and prosperity. Jaedee, take it away. It is your baton.
You can depend on me. Yes, you can. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. Cause I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down. And if we lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big right, she stand up by the king's side. I'm some dog, I want it down. It's you I'm talking to. Well, you
would realize that on the screen we had some posters for some small businesses. This is an initiative from us here in St. Paul's where we are recognizing the small businesses within the community. And so this is a way that we are supporting the small business community. So we are here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to launch our candidate, Ms. Jaedee Caines. Never mind we had a mishap. Never mind, we had a mishap, but we're coming back. So gather close. If you're on the Facebook Live, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for staying with us. And remember to share the live, share the live, share the live so that persons can come back on. If you're sitting there, you have data, please share the live with your family and friends so that we can get back those numbers when our candidate begins to speak. If you're here, make some noise in your vehicle. Clap and make some noise. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button, hit the love button, hit the care button, and remember to share the live. People of Charlestown, we are bringing to you, and I want to emphasize it. I want to emphasize it. I want you to understand that we are bringing to you somebody that is committed, somebody that is energetic. She has a lot of plans and programs for the people of this great constituency. She has what it takes to represent us there in Parliament. And so that is why I'm asking you, the people of Charlestown, to send Jaedee Caines to Parliament. If you're going to send Jaedee Caines to Parliament, let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear you make some noise. Shout to the top of your voice. Honk your hands and make some noise in here for Jaedee Caines, because we are sending her straight to Parliament. We are starting in Hamilton, straight down to Prince William Street, and we are sending Jaedee straight to Parliament. The NRP is bringing to you a slate of candidates that believe in performance. And so that is why we have started here in the great constituency of St. Paul with someone who understands the work, someone who is experienced, and someone who's dedicated. So I want you to stand to your feet. I want you to make some noise. Make some noise. And I'm going to say it. The Honorable Jaedee Caines. Make some noise for your candidate. Make some noise for your candidate. Because we are standing up straight to Parliament. Straight to Parliament. Straight to Parliament. Straight to Parliament. Come on, make some noise for Jaedee Caines. NRP people.
When you need to, you can depend on me. What? You can depend on me. What? Yes, you can. Yeah. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner anytime the trouble is on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the good people of Nevlec, the hard-working employees of Nevlec, for working so very hard to restore the electricity so that we can continue what we started here this evening. So thank you, thank you, thank you to Mr. Ian Ward and the entire team of Nevlec. The NRP appreciates you. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a pause. But don't worry, don't worry. Maybe we had that pause for a reason. Maybe I needed to calm down a little bit so I can come stronger than before. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to the residents of Hamilton, the residents of Happy Hill, Government Road, Lower Stony Grove, Prince William Street, Cedar Trees, Bath Road, Law Street, Main Street, Craddock Road, Ramsbury. It's all about you tonight and going forward. So I say a special good evening to you. I will, though, recognize a few other persons from across Nevis who would have come here tonight to witness this launch. And to those who are viewing via the World Wide Web, we say thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're physically on Nevis in the Federation, but you couldn't be here, or you're residing overseas in the diaspora, we thank you so much for joining us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I come here tonight to tell you that this is a new day. This is a new era. This is a new NRP. Yes, we still hold on to the party's principles. Those principles have not changed. But the NRP, understand, we have revamped and we have rebranded and we are ready. This is the right time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I come to you having served my island and the Federation at many levels. And it is in that interest of service that caused me to answer the NRP's call to be its candidate in St. Paul's. I am here for Univisions, persons whose livelihoods are rooted in this island. I am also here for those of you who would have made Nevis your home. You weren't born here in Nevis, but you would have made this island your home. Don't let anyone fool you into thinking that this party, the great Nevis Reformation Party, is not for Nevisians, because that is simply not true. Don't let them tell you that we are not for non-nationals, because that is simply not true. It is this party, the Nevis Reformation Party, that would have done so much to make life better for all of us here and those who couldn't be here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the irony? I had a script well typed, and when I came here, I said no. The energy told me discard that JD. Discard that JD and write based on what you're feeling in your heart. And so as I sat there tonight and I heard the other speakers, I pulled out my notepad and I started writing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am writing based on what I was feeling in my heart when I came here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, having been rooted in community service, I don't know, like others have done, have to scurry to learn the people of St. Paul's. No, I don't know, have to pretend like I'm caring and want to do things in the community. If you know JD, you know that this is something that has been going on for many, many years. It is rooted in me. From childhood, I have been involved in my community. However, I have been walking through the constituency nonetheless, navigating St. Paul's. I have been listening to your concerns and ideas. And let me tell you, single mothers, I want you to know, I want to let you know that I have heard you. I heard you when you said that times are hard. Single mothers, I heard you when you said that there is no food in your cupboards. I heard you. I heard you when you said you had to choose between paying the electricity bill and buying food. Single mothers, I heard you. Single mothers, I heard you when you said that you have no employment. I heard you. I heard you when you said that you have no confidence in your children's future. Single mothers, I heard you. Young men, I want you to know that I heard you too. Young men, I heard you when you said that you can't provide for your children because jobs are scarce. Young men, I heard you when you said that you too see no future in Nevis. Young men, I heard you. Aspiring entrepreneurs, I want you to know that I heard you. I heard you when you said that you have ideas but you don't know where to start. I heard you when you said that there is no investor confidence in this government. I heard you. I heard you when you said that you don't have any confidence in the leadership of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard you. Aspiring entrepreneurs, I hear you. Non-nationals, I want you to know that I hear you. I heard you when you said that you don't really support this government, you know, but you are afraid because when they come around, they tell you if you don't vote for them, that things will happen to you. I also heard you when you said that they told you that if you vote for the NRP, that we will send you home. I heard you, non-nationals, and particularly those of the Spanish-speaking community. Al público de habla Hispania. Le digo que hay que darle una oportunidad al Nevis Reformation Party. Dale una oportunidad a Jaedee Caines. No permitas que este gobierno y sus afiliados te engañen haciendo tú crees que no le agrada a NRP. Eso no es verdad. NRP abraza a personas de todas nacionalidades y razas. Solo te pedimos que regulares tu estado. No tienes que tener miedo. NRP ayudará a mejorar la vida de todos los que llaman hogar a Nevis. Ayúdame a ayudarte para que familiares. Recuerdo el nombre. Remember the name, Jaedee Caines. Ladies and gentlemen, they think they stop us. We're just warming up. If you are here or you are tuned in via the World Wide Web, just know that we are grateful. I am not bothered by who you have always supported. I am here and I want to serve you. If you are a die-hard NRP supporter, please know that I won't take you for granted. I hear you too, and I want to serve you. St. Paul's, I have many plans. Our party has even more plans. But we know that you too have ideas. And that is why anything we put forward will include your ideas. We will not just do things and hand them to you. We will make sure that what you want is front and center of what we do in government. But know that anything that Jaedee Caines does will be focused on two main areas: education and training and entrepreneurship. And I'm not just talking about a 4-year degree, even though that is nice, and I would have said recently that I would have benefited tremendously from that. But I'm also talking about skills training, ladies and gentlemen. It was this NRP that would have ensured that many of our young men, some who were described as at-risk youth, were able to receive skills training. And what happens when they are trained? They are able to contribute to the economy. They are able to make money and support their families. That is vision. That is the NRP. Ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 would have taught us that we cannot be reliant on one stream of income anymore. And so that is why I want to boost entrepreneurship in this island. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to quit your regular job. It just means that you will have an additional stream of income. And ladies and gentlemen, we know that it is hard in Nevis. It is hard in Nevis. You go to St. Kitts, you buy $1 bread for $1. You come to Nevis, you buy $1 bread for $3. It is hard in Nevis, ladies and gentlemen. In St. Paul's, we have not. In St. Paul's, I realize that we have been forgotten. When others get opportunities, we get excuses. But that won't be the case with who they describe as the firecracker. That won't be the case with Jaedee Caines. And with the greatest of respect to our dear leader, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, I would have said to her already, please don't ask me to go out to the people of St. Paul's, beg them for their support, ask them to have confidence in me, and then when I get in government, I can't do for them. That won't be Jaedee. St. Paul's, we have to be number one in number one. We have to be number one in number one. We got to come first. The days of coming last are over. The days of excuses are over. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want leftovers. We want change. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want excuses. We want action. And you'll get both of those in this Jaedee Caines and the Nevis Reformation Party. St. Paul's, whether you're a teacher or a carpenter, Jaedee is in your corner. If you are a sportsman or woman or even a doctor, I am in your corner. If you are a CCM supporter who recognizes the need for change, I am in your corner. St. Paul's, I am in your corner. NRP, I am in your corner. Nevis, I am in your corner. I said it before and I'll say it again. NRP, this is our time. St. Paul's, this is our time. Nevis, this is our time. By now, you should know that when they ask you where Jaedee go, your response should be straight to Parliament. But guess what? Don't send me alone. Don't send me alone, ladies and gentlemen. Send Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge and the others with me, ladies and gentlemen. When we bring forth our other candidates, and we will do that shortly, I want you to put the trust and confidence in them as you're already showing in me, and send all of us in Parliament already told me, man, I'm lonely in there. I want some company. Are you hurry up, come? I said, no worry, Cleon. We coming quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I don't have all night. And so, as I wind down, I want to ask a few questions. St. Paul's, are you ready? NRP, are you ready? The people of Nevis, tell me this. Are you ready? Well, if you are not ready, I suggest that you get ready. Because I, 34-year-old, 35 in about a week, Jaedee Caines of Bath Road, then moved to Brescia's estate, the daughter of Jaedee Caines and Delroy Pinney, the granddaughter of Anne-Maria Atmoy Caines, Claudina and Winston Pinney, the niece of Idona Brown, Dillis Nichols Brown, Catherine, Eddie, Cherry, Pat, Carl, all of them. I am ready, and I want you to send me and the Nevis Reformation Party straight to Parliament. Good night.
Are you ready? Are you ready? No. Are you upset? See how upset let's go outside. On. I'm a winner. You know the guy. I'm a winner. I'm on the sun. Oh, we're winning right now, you living. I say we're winning right now. Me forget a trophy to what me living right now. Cause I'm winning right now, yeah. And I'm chilling right now. Oh, we're winning right now. Our Thanksgiving right now. Cause we're winning right now.
NRP people, St. Paul's people, St. John's people, Gingerland people, St. James, St. Thomas's, let them know that the Nevis Reformation Party is ready to rumble. We ready for them? Jaedee is ready. The people of Charlestown is ready. And we are going to continue to say that we are sending Jaedee straight to Parliament. We ain't making no joke this time. We ain't farming a fool this time. We are sending Jaedee straight to Parliament. I listened to Jaedee, and I did not even know she speaks Spanish. Oh my God. And I oh my God. You outdid Hensley, you know. Mr. Hensley, you have to spruce up. When I listened to Jaedee, I got goosebumps. And as I listened to her, I realized that she cares. She truly cares about the people of Charlestown. She truly cares about the people of Nevis. You know why? Because she did not just come yesterday, you know. She didn't just come last week, you know. Jaedee has been working from a very long time. She's a community activist. And so she has been out there, and she has always been touching lives. She has always been reaching people and helping people. Every time you call Jaedee will say, I'm going to call her back. I'm doing something for somebody right now. So I know that Jaedee truly cares for the people. And so as I sat there and I listened to my future representative, because I up them from. All right, up them from. As I listened to my future representative, I said, bye, Jaedee, you're ready. Jaedee, you're ready. And you don't even have to come there in Lower Stony Grove to ask me for your support. You done got it. And so I want to say to you, the good people of St. Paul's, when election day is called, go out in your numbers and send them a strong message. Let them know that the Nevis Reformation Party is here. And I've been not going away. We're staying here for a very long time. We're now going to have a video testimonial by St. Clair Hodge out of St. Kitts. So turn your attention to the screen over there. If you're in your vehicles, turn your attention to the screen. We're now going to have a testimonial by St. Clair Hodge.
Good day, my name is St. Clair Hodge, and I've known JD for more than 10 years. We've collaborated on many projects. I'm back at the University of the Virgin Islands where we first met. We both ran for student government. She became president, I was her vice president. During this time, we championed many student issues. We deliberated with the policymakers, and we saw most of our policies through. She has a passion for people. She championed causes, and she is dedicated to making sure that all stakeholders are benefited. JD possesses leadership skills that would allow her to be a people person as well as fair and effective. JD Keynes, I support you in this, and I wish you all the best in your run. Godspeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was just St. Clair Hodge out of St. Kitts with his testimonial about our candidate here in St. Paul's, Jaedee Caines. I would just want to say thank you to all of you who supported us in the planning and execution of this launch for our candidate. You know who you are. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your dedication. And of course, to those of you who are here, thank you for your presence. We are bringing, and of course, our viewers in the diaspora, thank you so much. Continue to share the live, continue to hit the like button, the love button, and the care button as we are here to present to you Miss Jaedee Caines. We are going to bring to you the president of the youth arm of the Nevis Reformation Party, Miss Sanelda Willett, and she will be endorsing Miss Caines. She will tell you as to why she believes that we should send JD to Parliament. So make some noise, clap your hands, toot your horns, and welcome to the stage Miss Sanelda Willett, the president of the youth arm of the Nevis Reformation Party.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you.
Good night and happy people. I am here tonight to endorse Miss Jaedee Caines as our candidate in St. Paul's Parish. Jaedee Caines is a very passionate, hardworking, creative and driven woman. She is a person who is always willing and ready to help out in the community, church, or any other activities that are being held. She is a person who believes in knowledge sharing, so she is never one to be selfish when it comes to helping others advance. Jaedee is an advocate for gender balance and opportunities for youth and vulnerable groups. Jaedee will deliver for the candidates of St. Paul's. So on this day, April 10, 2021, I fully endorse Ms. Jaedee Caines as our next candidate and parliamentary representative for Nevis 1, St. Paul's. We are sending Jaedee straight to Parliament.
Come on, make some noise for the president of the youth arm, Ms. Sanelda Willett, in endorsing Jaedee Caines, the next representative for St. Paul's. We're going to continue with a testimonial from Rick Grant from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Rick Grant from the U.S. Virgin Islands. So again, turn your attention to the screen. We're now going to hear a testimonial from Rick Grant. We're in COVID-19, and you've seen that technology has improved, and so even though that they're not here, they're able to send their love and support for JD. I also want to say that we have over 300 views. Before the current when we had about 500, so we're getting there. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in to the launch of our candidate here in St. Paul's, Miss Jaedee Caines. Turn your attentions to the screen.
Hi, I am Rick Grant, and I am proud to support Jaedee Caines as a candidate on the Nevis Reformations Party ticket for Nevis 1, St. Paul's. Jaedee and I first met at the University of the Virgin Islands. From then until now, she has and still remains a passionate advocate for accountability, good governance, equality, justice, and progress. Her life's work is grounded in her positive contributions to others. She is passionate about service to people and its positive impact in the public's good. Jaedee is a resourceful and dedicated professional, a transformational leader, and a committed community activist. She genuinely wants the best for everyone she encounters. These qualities and more make Jaedee the right representative for the people of Nevis, specifically Nevis 1 St. Paul's. She has the ability to bring people together from all walks of life to achieve one common goal. Jaedee represents a new generation of leadership that will uphold values of respect and dependability in government. She listens, cares, and is sensitive to the needs of others. Most of all, she's about getting things done. Jaedee Caines is the right choice for stronger representation.
Well, here comes Cure again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of the formal part of tonight's launch. You would agree with me when I say tonight was different. Tonight was historic. Tonight was momentous. Tonight was a launch that you've never seen before. And so as we're here as friends and supporters of the Nevis Reformation Party, I want you to understand that we are here for one goal. We are here to achieve one goal. We are here to create a better Nevis, not for some, not for a selected few, but for all. And that change has to begin in St. Paul's. And that is why in the Nevis Reformation Party, we have chosen the person who is suitable, the person who is qualified to carry out the task of representing the people. That is why we have chosen the energetic, the young, the dynamic, the dedicated, the hardworking Jaedee Caines. So I ask you, the people of this great constituency, when election day is called, don't stay home and say your foot are hot you and you're not able. I want you to get up and go out in your numbers and give her your support. She will not let you down. I can tell you that. Jaedee will not let you down. I want to tell you, the friends and supporters of this great party. Yes, we have had some bad days. We have had some good days. But the only how we can get victory is if we vote. And I want you to understand that every single vote counts. So when the time is near, when the bell has been rung, you have just one thing to do. I want you, as Jaedee said, this is our time here in St. Paul's. NRP people, this is our time. I don't want you to lose faith. I don't want you to lose the energy that you had. I want you to understand that this is our time here in St. Paul's. This is our time here as supporters of this great party. St. Paul's people, people of St. John's, people of Gingerland, people of St. James, people of St. Thomas's, I want you to understand that the Nevis Reformation Party, we are coming. We're coming for them. But the change has to start here in Charlestown. So I want to encourage you to consider placing your support behind Miss Jaedee Caines and behind all the other candidates that we will be rolling out in the coming weeks. So wherever we are, I want to see you. I want to hear you. I want you to be there to show your support for this great party. This party that has been around for 50 years. Show your support for this party. I want to thank our leader, Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, and thank her so much for all the work that she has been doing. She is indeed a dynamic individual. I also want to thank Dr. Kelvin Daly. He is the chairman of the St. Paul's Constituency Group, and he too has been working tirelessly to secure a victory for Jaedee. I also want to thank the chairman of the party, Mr. Hensley Daniel, for his support and guidance, and we always look forward to his advice. But most importantly, I want to thank you, the supporters and the friends and the well-wishers of the Nevis Reformation Party. Without you, we can't do it. I want each and every one of you to understand that we can't do it alone. So even if you love Jaedee and you can't vote in St. Paul's, remember you can vote in St. John's, you can vote in Gingerland, you can vote in St. James, you can vote in St. Thomas's. Place your support behind the Nevis Reformation Party. You have seen this party in government and you know what this party can do. So give us a chance. I beg you, give us a chance. We are bringing something new. We are bringing something different. We are bringing energy and vibes. Stay. We have some food. We have some drinks. We have some music. We're going to mix and mingle with our mask, and we're going to follow the COVID-19 protocols, and we're going to have a good time here, and we're going to make them tremble because we're coming. And I'm telling you, we're coming hard. We're in back in back. We're in back in back. NRP people! Let me hear you make some noise! Thank you, and thank you.
Retrace again. The system. Real woman don't mean not your hair, though. Pretty nails and shoes don't mean you're up. Retrace again. The system. Real woman don't mean not your hair, though. Pretty nails and shoes don't mean you have to treat man where you spend on you.